What is up, nerds? My name is Travis, and this is Wonder Nerd.
The Dark Lord is here!
Do you guys remember a million billion years ago when I dedicated an entire series of videos to American Pie? Of course you do. They were terrible. Well, it turns out American Pie is the new Fast and Furious. What, you don't believe me? How many films does the Fast and Furious franchise have? 9, right? How many films does the American Pie franchise have? Did you say 4? No, you're wrong. That's just the main storyline. No, the American Pie film franchise has 9 films. That's right, they have 9 films. There are 9 American Pie films. That's incredible. Just to give you a little bit of perspective, Rocky only has 6 films, and The Godfather only has 3 films. But American Pie and Fast and Furious? Nope, they have 9. They are pushing double digits. Okay, so technically, Rocky has 8 movies if you count Creed 1 and 2. But I know what you're thinking. Travis, why are you picking on American Pie? I'm not. I actually love American Pie as a comedy franchise. They are some of my favorite movies, and I keep going back to them and rewatching them over and over because they're so good and entertaining and comforting. Do I think they're huge achievements in cinema? Not at all. Do I think they deserve 9 films? Absolutely not. American Pie's main 4 films are the ones I go back to the most. 1, 2, Wedding, Reunion. Those are the ones that I really enjoy. I can't say the same for their direct-to-video lot. And trust me, there are a lot. There are now more American Pie spin-off sequels than there are original American Pie movies. And most of them follow some fucking Stifler getting into some sort of shenanigans that he has to get himself out of.
Oh yeah! The Stifflight's coming back to Great Horror! Deck the halls, bob our great balls! Wipe my ass and lick my balls! It's Stifler time, baby!
But American Pie's latest straight-to-DVD venture is a little bit different than its other outings. And lucky for you guys, a trailer just dropped. Let's check it out. American Pie is releasing their 9th, that's right, I said 9th film, because we were all asking for that. American Pie, Girls Rules, I would have just called it Girls Rule, but whatever, will be releasing on DVD and video on demand sometime later this year. And since I'm a whore for content, I'm going to be watching and reacting to the trailer right now. Let's go.
Guys, we're all lacking something in the romance area.
Yeah. Rule 1, fix our romantic lives.
Rule number 2, we support our fellow women.
And we won't let each other get away with our usual
Welcome to the annual back to school party!
Fresh meat. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah. We're using the party gods to seduce a new guy.
Wow, you need to sacrifice a virgin or something?
No, don't worry, you're safe. The guy you might be looking for might be right under your oyster.
I mean, it is a beautiful time to be alive, ladies. Am I right?
Oh, God, yes!
Ladies, please raise your glasses.
The girls' rules.
So, a few things. First off, the American Pie film franchise has always been, quote-unquote, a boys' club. Every film installment up until now has focused on a group of schlubby dudes on a conquest for sex, and that's fine. If you can make a coherent film out of that plot point, more power to you. These are teen movies, for lack of a better word. They focus on teens and things that teens do. What do teens want the most? Sex. Teen boys especially. Speaking as a former teen boy myself, I can attest to that. But this movie switches it up. Instead of focusing on a group of teenage boys, it focuses on a group of teenage girls. Now, there's going to be some folks on the internet who are upset by that. It's going to make them mad. Because here's a franchise that has been led mostly by dudes for its entire life, now being led by females. They did with Star Wars, and they did with Ghostbusters. People on the internet want something to complain about, and this is the easiest thing to complain about. It's change. It's something different. It's something they're not used to. And they're going to get mad, and they're going to spray vitriol all over the internet and blast this film for not being like the movies they're used to. It's just going to happen. There's no stopping it. Now, to be fair, does this movie need to be called American Pie? No, not really. They could have just called it Girls Rules and left it at that. Does this movie need to exist? Not really. But do any of the American Pie sequels outside of the original 4 need to exist? No, not really. Do any of the movies after the first American Pie need to exist? No, not really. American Pie was a successful film. What happens with successful films? They get sequels. And when those sequels turn into a franchise, people get comfortable with it. That comfort and familiarity holds a special place in the hearts of fans. And once you want to change one little thing within the franchise, whether it be the gender or the race of the leads, fans are going to be a little apprehensive. Now, some fans are going to be fine with it. They're going to accept it. I'm a huge fan of American Pie. Do I accept that this sequel is led by females? Yeah. You know why? I don't care. This is not an Oscar-winning classic film. American Pie will never be in the Criterion Collection, especially the spin-off sequels. Other fans, not so much. They want to make their discomfort vocal and tell everyone who will listen, or anyone with an internet connection, how they feel about this movie and how much they think it is going to suck, whether it does or not. Like I always say, you guys, we won't know whether a movie is good or not until we see it. And enjoyment of a movie is subjective. If you like the movie, that's great. Like the movie, enjoy it, hold it close. If you don't like the movie, that's fine too. Don't watch it again. One viewing is enough. But I just feel like more movie-going audiences need to be accepting of changes. Changes in the cast, changes in what the leads are, whether they be going from male to female, or from a white lead to a black lead, or an Asian lead, or a Hispanic lead. Changes are going to happen, especially when they're a part of a franchise. You know, things are going to change. There's 9 movies in the American Pie film franchise. That's a lot of movies. It was bound to change at some point. What, do you think they were just going to tell another story about a bunch of schlubby high school dudes trying to get laid again? That gets boring. And sure, this is just the same movie except with women. But come on. Let change happen. It's not that deep. It's not. Unless a character's race or gender or what have you impacts them as a character or impacts a storyline in any way, I don't think it matters if you switch it up. If you're making a movie about Martin Luther King Jr., you're not going to cast Ryan Reynolds. If you're making a movie about the suffrage movement, you're not going to cast the frat pack. All right? Vince Vaughn and Will Ferrell are not going anywhere near that project. But if you're making an American Pie movie, especially a 9th American Pie movie, it doesn't matter. You can make the characters men or women. You can make them teenagers. You can make them 30 years old. You could have American Retirement, where the characters are all 65 years old and they're living in retirement communities, still trying to get laid. It doesn't matter. But I know that it matters to some people for whatever reason. So, if you're going to read articles or watch clips or trailers of American Pie, Girls Rules, expect to see some hateful comments. But that's going to do it for me, you guys. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below. Be sure to share this with all your friends and family and have an American Pie movie marathon when this one pops up on DVD. Be sure to go like my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and follow my TikTok because I upload there every single day. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I make brand new videos like this one all the time. My name is Travis, and remember, nerds rule.